Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. We're expecting a full house this afternoon. We've got an anticipated clash here, as we'll see a squad out of the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the fourth-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Seminoles will kick this away to get us going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So the Colorado State Rams offense begins this game backed up. That was not a good return. And there comes the starter running back onto the field. He is a special talent. You talk to opponents, he's always the focal point when they face this offense.
Boy, Chris, this guy is special. It's almost like he floats across the field. I mean, I don't think anyone can take him down in the open field. He's the guy that teams try to key on, but sometimes it feels as though no one can contain him.
Keep it on the ground. There's the
It's
handoff.
a big fucking running back.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. The Rams are moving quickly down the field.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Boy, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down.
What the?
It's complete on the crossing route. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
And the Rams begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Hand off to the single back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. The Rams will have to kick it away. And he should be able to pin them back deep here with his first punt. And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. So the Seminoles offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Look at this, taking a shot on the very first play. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, you see what happens when you try to squeeze it into double coverage. An incompletion is probably the best result he could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome when you're throwing the ball into the crowd.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Trying to create here on the move. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be?
Catch the ball. What the fuck?
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Like, come on. Fucking bullshit.
Down, they'll punt it away here. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. They're going to run it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The tight end makes the catch downfield. And that big gain moves the ball
lost
across
in their goddamn
all the
souls.
way to about the 36.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, 3rd down, and get able to come up with a tackle for a loss. Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll tackle him at the 27. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Here's the option play. Pitch play to the back. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Colorado State has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Can he make it to the marker?
Man, you have got to
just
be kidding
short of the
me.
marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And the Noles pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down.
Chris, I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field.
Why did...
Pass is picked off. He's got some room.
Man, this shit's stupid, bro. Like, he didn't even try to go for the ball.
He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Threw it right where he could catch it, and he didn't even go for it.
That is just a dream play from any defender, Kirby.
Well, let's start with the interception.
That's
I just love the
garbage.
fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. They're going to run it here. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
A big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
1st and 10 play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Caught quickly. Breaking free at midfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw, and you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee, a quarterback that can make throws like this.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Escapes the sack. Decides not to throw it and will take an enormous loss on this.
Throw the goddamn
How
ball.
about that? One of the so-called
What the
little guys
fuck was
putting the
that?
pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually comes home with a sack.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. After the sack on first down, it's second down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 40 now. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look at...
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. This is a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner looking to create better field position. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Receiver makes the catch. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught for the completion. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. Coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up. And the Rams bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And he takes it around the 20. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Yep, that's coming out the playbook. The fuck are they doing? They're just running. They ain't even blocking no goddamn body.
Create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Locates the tight end. It's complete. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made on the left side. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. The Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Rams will kick this away to start the second half. Return begins inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They'll run it here. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
It's a great play for the offense, but let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw. They couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
Oh, and nothing but got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Seminoles. That puts him on top in the second half. Might have to try the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 4. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. When a player is down injured after that last play, they'll take a timeout or they check him out. Here comes the Colorado State offense on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Quarterback's got it on the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
For the linebackers and really the quarterback and the defense on this play, diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. And the Rams will have to punt this one away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Coverage team brings down the returner. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Hey, guys up front lined up. It's first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And I tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, in Florida State.
That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fine time now, rolling to his left.
Oh my God.
And he'll step out of bounds.
Of course.
That is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Of fucking
like
course.
Anytime this defense is pressuring him, he loves to go to his left, being a left-handed quarterback. And to me, he just tried to do too much, and the ball ends up getting intercepted.
And the pass is incomplete. That play makes it 2nd and 10. They call the draw play here. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
What a job by this defense. Completely sniffed out the draw play here. I think they saw it from the time the huddle broke. Absolutely stuffed that play for no gain.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
Oh, and he's got some space here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Time for one more play here in the quarter. First down, looking to throw the ball.
Come, like, why they throw the ball so fucking stupid? All that goddamn space.
The dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on.
Fucking trash, man.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the 4th quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
Fucking ass.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Knowles. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Return starts from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Rams offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together with this drive? Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pass caught. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. The Rams will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
And they'll get their first down yards before they finally bring him down. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. That's good for a first down near the 40. And the Rams come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. Second down now after the sack. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab, and they get him down after the completion. We reach the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. One of those critical third down plays coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And he pulls in the catch. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds his man. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. From the gun, he looks for an open man. They've got
good play, Kelly.
For the defense. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He pulls it in for a big gain. The offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. The Rams are in the red zone now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Play action fake, looking to throw. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Looking to the end zone.
Pick that shit.
The pass is incomplete just across the goal line. And out comes the field goal unit. This to make it a one-score game here in the final minute and set up an onside kick. The attempt is no good. He missed it. Missed opportunity to make this a one-score game, still losing by 11.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He makes the grab. Uses the spin move. He's loose. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Past the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his second touchdown reception in this football game.
Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 during the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Colorado State offense is back out there now. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's the running back in the flat. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Now the offense will take a timeout here with 30 seconds remaining.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Quarterback operating an empty set. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open.
Boy, the quarterback did about everything he could here to wait for that play to develop, and there was just nobody open. It's great coverage downfield, and instead of taking a sack or potentially throwing the pick, he just gets rid of it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The offense starts with a short field. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
That would be some big changes made.
Just 14 seconds left on the clock.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the beatdown continues.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job.
Hey, it's the fourth quarter here. They're trying to get that football back. I don't blame them. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You hope.
Oh, they've got him, and that will do it as this game ends on a sack. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.